Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another Fall Guys filler episode. This should be the last of the filler episodes we're doing for June, and then we'll go into a new game, hopefully. If you haven't been here before, the rules are basically there's no guarantee of a crown, there's no guarantee of a final. It's nothing more than me playing the game and waffling, and that's really it. Yeah. And this is recorded like 2 or 3 days after the last 3 episodes were done. I didn't intend to do them all in one night, but then I was like, nah, I'm going off to watch a film. And I went off and I watched a film, which I'm pretty sure was a Korean film called Forgotten. It was actually really good. I've seen it before. Highly recommend watching it if you like sort of thrillers and mystery type films and stuff. It's got quite a cool, actually a number of cool twists in it. So yeah, it's called Forgotten. And then last night I watched Godzilla -1, and man, what a magnificent film that is. Generally speaking, I don't talk about films and stuff when I'm like in here, but you know, whoops. Okay, well, I did that one a bit early. Hopefully there's still enough qualifying space in this, because it really kind of sucks when I don't qualify. I think I need 4 more rounds from like last night's one to finish off today's daily stuff. Excuse me. So far so good, I think. I'm not sure why you would want to like just not qualify. Just go upstairs. Yeah, so like I knew that Godzilla -1 had like quite good ratings and stuff. I know that it had won an award, but I kind of went into it thinking, you know, it will just be like, you know, I think it's Legendary that's been doing the recent ones, you know, which is basically like the American Godzilla instead of the Japanese one. And this was like a Japanese film, so I watched it in Japanese and stuff. And yeah, like it was far more amazing than what I was expecting, and like I went into it thinking it's going to be like your generalized sort of monster film, and it was a monster film, but it's not like other monster films, you know. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but yeah, like it was amazing. And I think, you know, if you've got access to Netflix, because I don't think it's just New Zealand Netflix, I think it's multiple Netflix options and countries have now got access to that film. So, you know, if you've got 2 and a bit hours to spare, I would seriously suggest watching that film. I think it was great. Sorry if you can hear a weird noise. I'm trying to itch my foot with the ground. And it's a very frustrating thing having itchy feet. But you don't want to scratch it with your hand. You might also hear the oven in the background. I don't know how loud it is in comparison to my microphone, but hopefully not too loud. Yeah. Yeah. So I quit out of this early last night just because I wanted to go off and watch Godzilla and stuff. I watched a good horror the other night too, Haunt. Like, I don't think it's a film that you can like experience the same time again after you've watched it the first time, because then you know like the twists and the turns and everything. But I thought it was a really good horror, you know. I've been curious about it for years because like figures or toys from it have shown up on Mighty Ape for like years. But the film itself was like really hard to actually find a copy of. Like I would check Trade Me, there was no one selling it. There was another film called Haunt, but it's not this film. I've been on like I think it was the Google Digital Store and stink, Volleyball. Wow, I hate Volleyball. I probably won't win this. Like I said, I hate Volleyball. Such a weird game. In the Microsoft Store, you know. Neither one ever seemed to have this Haunt film in stock. So it was actually really hard to sort of find a copy to watch. So it eventually came on Netflix. So I finally managed to see it. Oh. Oh, fuck. I wonder if this is just a case of two really bad players. Probably not. It is one of my most like disliked match styles. I also think it can be a sort of, you know, kind of a shit round because you've got, you know, people that are like really, really good at it and they absolutely decimate you. And you basically, you know, you give up after a short period of time. And they're going to win anyway, but they just, you know, they have to be the person that gets like the highest score ever. Anyway, we did make it to a final round, so that's pretty good. Depending on how long we actually stay in this final round is another thing. But at least that gives me like 3 of the 4 rounds I need. Yeah. So I mean, this might end up just being a shorter episode purely because, you know, is there much reason for me to stick around for a long period of time? Oh, I know this one doesn't actually have, notice this one, because I think I said no, this one. I noticed this one doesn't actually have a countdown timer. Whereas a lot of the other finals now do actually, have countdown timers. That serves me right, I was too busy talking and not paying attention. Annoying. Anyway, I did see when I was going into that though, it looks like they've brought back the solo rounds. I don't know if that's a permanent thing or it's, you know, because that was one of the complaints the other week that like Knockout was your only version of solo. Oh, good. So this is just Mediatonic level, so this is the old stuff. Well, that would be good. As long as it loads up something. I mean, we're just over 10 minutes, so... I mean, I could have quit it there, but I'll play another round of whatever. We'll see what's around. Since this is the last episode of, you know, the month. And all of that. I'm sure this wasn't here the other day. But I do know it's been one of the louder complaints from people that, you know, there's a lot of the new creative rounds and they're not as good as these old rounds were. I think some of the creative rounds are actually quite good, but I think some of the others are actually quite shit. You know, this... I really hope I qualify. There's one where there's like two like pillar platforms, you know, spinning pole platform things that are about halfway through the course. And I think that they don't just have the spinning poles, they've got like the spinning floor. That particular creative round I absolutely hate. I wouldn't say I've mastered it yet, but I've sort of figured out that if you go to the opposite side of the wall that you meant to pass through, you can like jump onto one of the spinning platforms, and if you time your next jump okay, you'll be hit by one of the bars and it will fling you over the second one, because they spin in like opposite directions, so it's really difficult to get through that particular level. Now, I think like the spinning platforms and stuff, I think is probably one of the biggest criticisms for the creative rounds, really. Like, some of them are set up to like spin way quicker than, you know, a good reaction time sort of thing, and then they want you to land on like a tiny platform on the other side, but it's very, very difficult to get that timing right. Language. Well, I mean, I'm like 10 minutes into the fucking thing, so I don't think it really matters if I swear. I have a warning at the start of the video saying I'm going to swear, so, you know, if you have a fucking issue with it, you were warned. It's not like I do this stuff for kids or anything. My channel ain't marked as being for children. And saying that, I don't know how this will work. Like, how many rounds will it go until you get a final? Is this stuck with the 3 to a final? No? Is it a 4? You know, 4 round, with the 4th round being a final? We'd find out after this one, if we qualify. Normally we do qualify this round, unless we have an absolutely atrocious time, which only happens every once in a while. But atrocious times can happen anytime, so, you know. I just had this slightly paranoid moment that I may have actually forgotten to start recording, and I've been talking to myself for a couple of minutes, but that's not actually the case. I have actually been recording. Oh, the long fall, good night. This is not going to be good because so, slightly stuffed up, but still not stuffed up so badly that we didn't qualify. Ta-da! And I'm guessing the next round will be a final purely because they only allowed 9 people to qualify in this. I really do hope that you're not picking up the fan from the oven though. I mean, it is pretty loud. Oh yay. We're on this one again. Same final. This time around I'll try not to get so distracted by talking I just run off. Maybe we'll do a bit better. Probably not though. So far so good at just running around and not actually grabbing anything. Which may be kind of boring for people, but you know, I don't get. Aw. What an arsehole. We could have been friends. But no, you had to be an arsehole. Oh well. Such is life, eh? But that should finish me up for my daily stuff that I was missing. Which is good. You know. Gives me a few crown shards. Not many. And we've still got 13 days and 8 hours of this fame pass to go, so yay. It's not really a hell of a lot left to do in the game for 13 days, and when I shot this the other day there was like 16 days to go, so you can see the difference in time. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.